Welcome to my new YouTube video. Today we're gonna be doing some basics to-do list using Node.js and HTML. All right. So here I can write my task. For example, let's say cleaning. Right, cleaning, and I put the date. For example, this date. I choose the time. Okay, accept the category. Okay, I put personal. The priority, I put high. I want to add the task. You see, everything is working perfectly. So basically, it's a simple project. Also, if you made a mistake, you can just delete right away. Okay, and you can play along with this. So if you're interested on how to build this project, just stick around. I will show you to do it in a bit. So let's just do it right now. Alright, so okay. So I will start right away. I'm not gonna waste time. Okay. So basically, if you come to my package.json, okay, you can see all the dependency I'm gonna be using. Express, MongoDB, NodeMon, and Ontiv. Okay. So what I will do first, okay, I will connect to my database using Mongoose. So the things I will do here, I will come and I will say const express require express. All right. So here will be const up equal to express, just like this. Okay. And here let's say const mongoose require mongoose. All right. So after doing so, I will connect to my database by saying, first of all, I will listen to the port by saying up, listen on port. So I will choose the port. So let's say port 3000, okay. And then I will pass a message. I will console a message. So if my app is really listening on that port, in my console I should have this message saying app listening on port 3000. Alright, so that's good. So I will connect to my MongoDB by saying mongoose connect, right? So here I'll put then and catch. So before connecting to your MongoDB, if you're new and you don't know how to use MongoDB, the first things you have to do is to go to the official website, okay, to create your account, and you can have after creating your account, you're gonna have access key, okay. You're gonna get some credentials, and that credentials you're gonna uh, use it uh, in your env file like me here, right? So actually, like I did it already because like I think like that some of you already have some knowledge about it. But if that's not the case, uh, in my next video, I will try to explain to you guys how these things works. But as you can see, here have the port, here have my credentials, right? So when I come back here, right, I will just use it by saying, okay, require require .env, just like this, and then I will say config. By saying so, the things I can do here right now is like I can just remove this for 3000 and say process, right, .env my file, then the name of my variable, Here the name is port, because if you come back here you can see port, right? And here I'll do the same. I'll say process dot env dot uh, the name here is mongoose, right? So I will just use the same name. So I will say mongoose, just like this. And of course here I will console log a message, right? If there's no issue, I will just console log a message by saying console log console log. Let's say server is running, just like this. And also at the same time here, I can use this right away, and here I will say instead of 40,000, if you want to add this, you can say process again. Sorry, let me show you to do this, and say process dot env dot port, just like that. So I think I didn't make a mistake, right? Yeah, it's port, just like this. So after doing so, the things I will do here, I will actually I didn't finish here. So here I will console log the error if there's an error. I want to know so about that error, so I will just say console.log, and here will be error, right? So here in my app.listen, I will just remove this and put it inside. So let's say after the server is running, I want the message my app is listened to be displayed. So what I will do, since I'm using no mount, I will just like save the file right away. Okay, so now you can see. So this was I did it long time ago, so don't worry about this. Just focus on this, right? Server is running, app listening on port 3000. So that's the really good things with don't have. Sometimes I don't really know how to pronounce this, but just like it help you to keep all your secret keys or all your sensible informations like in one file, and that is really useful, right? So after doing so, if you come back here in my to-do list, okay, you will see also I already have like a schema. So I'm gonna try just to explain to you how these things works. So basically, before sending any data to MongoDB, you need to make something called Mongo's schema. What is Mongo schema? As you can see here, so MongoDB, we already know what type of data it should be expected, right? So for example, when you send a task to MongoDB, we already know that task should be type string, right? So if you send another type like a number to in this variable, MongoDB will not recognize that and will not get that data. So basically, Mongo schema is really helpful because it avoids us making mistake, right, while interacting with the database. So as you can see here, the time also I put the time in string because like okay, it's better like that. And the action actually everything is strings, but you it depends on actually your schema. If you want to use number instead of strings, booleans, whatever you want to use, like that's up to you. But I'm just trying to show you really the importance of this because it's gonna really save you a lot of time, but you're not gonna misplace data, and you're always gonna send the right data to the database, right? So that's really helpful, guys. So as you can see here, there's nothing more much to do. Just you write task, and you write the task, the type, sorry. For me the type is strings, as you can see, okay? And you require true. Require true means that if that data is not sent while all this data are sending to the database and this data is missing, right? It's not gonna work. So required true here is like is the must that that data must be there, right? That's what I'm trying to explain to you guys. So really is like saving you a lot of time by dealing with error in database, because sometimes like when you don't know what type of data are coming to your database, yeah, it's really messy and you're gonna face a lot of errors. So here, as you can see, just to create that model, you're just gonna say const to do mongo's model and then to do and to do schema, right? So basically this to do is the name of the category of your data, right? No, sorry, it's a collection name. It's a collection name, my bad, the collection name. So module.export, I'm just exporting this. And actually I think I will make another video about just about like MongoDB and how to create how to create a schema, so you guys may be interested. So okay, so let me come back to my Mongo, to my index.js, right? So after successfully running my servers and running my app on the port 3000, right? The few things I want to do. First things, I will open my terminal and I will go on that port, and just I want to show you something really quick. So as you can see, I'm that on localhost port 3000, and you see there's nothing here is written cannot get. So basically this is the basics, because like we just say the app is running on port 3000 and on that port we didn't do anything yet, right? We didn't send data, we didn't write any message or whatever. So that port, as you can see, is empty. There's nothing here. So if you have your app, if for example there's a part of your app where the user have to be redirecting to this port, it's not gonna see anything. So what we're gonna try to do right now, we're gonna try to first of all implement the roots. After implementing the roots, I'm gonna use my HTML page that I already designed before, and then I'm gonna display it on this port. I'm gonna show you how to do it in a bit. So let me go back to my VS Code. Right, I'm here. So before doing so, I have some other things to add here. For example, I will say const, I don't know, I will say app that use express dot JSON, and at the same time also I will say app dot use I will say express dot on code, then I will extend it to true. So you can be wondering why I did that. So this is a middleware. Oh, sorry, my bad. Here I forgot to. This is a middleware. So basically, by using Express, okay, in our backend, okay, we can also use the middleware to pass data, right? So basically, what I'm trying to do to say here is like I want my data to be in JSON format, okay? So what about this? Basically what I'm trying to say is like instead of using body parser, okay, with express, you can use this, you can use the express middleware to, so you can use it in a simple way to pass incoming request with URL encoded in your payloads, okay. Basically it's sending like data, okay, encoded in your payload, okay. So all the data sent through your HTML form, okay, um, is particularly important when you're handling data sent via application from URL and codes. So mostly when you I'm gonna be using a form in my HTML. So this is gonna be really important, okay, for sending data. So I hope like I was clear enough. If that wasn't the case, like just wait for my next video and I will explain to you in much more deeper like uh, everything about like I think I'm gonna make a video just about Express and Mongoose, so you guys just can uh, get more like knowledge about these things. So after doing that, the first things I'm gonna be doing right now is like I'm gonna call my to-do list. Okay, so how to do that? I will come here first and I will say, let's say const to do require and I'll just call my to-do list just like this, and I'll say to-do list. So that's good. And I will also call my HTML by saying const path. Okay, and here is gonna be require path. Okay, require path, and that's it for now. Okay, so here as you can see, wait, let me try to, oh no, never mind. So I'm gonna try to display my HTML is in my view file. So what I will do here, I will come to my app and I will say app dot get. I will create the roots. Okay, so this is the main root, the home root, if you can say, and I'm gonna have two things: request and response. Everything is about requesting and responding. You request some data, you send some data, you want to delete some data. Everything is about request and response with Node.js. So here, what I will say risk. We I want to send response. Okay. Basically, what I'm trying to say is like I want to send to this root a file. Okay, and I want to display to this root one file. Okay, and I will just come here and I will say path dot join just like this, and here I will say dear name. Okay, and I will pass first my folder is view folder, as you can see here, and inside that view folder I have an index HTML file called index HTML. So I will write index dot HTML. Okay, so I will save this. Okay, so let's see. So let me go back to my terminal. I'll just refresh this. That's it. As you can see, I told you like I already have a HTML page or that I designed it like a long time ago. So here I just want you to be focused on the on Node.js. All right, I want you to be able to use Node.js properly. So that's it for from here. After doing this, after making these routes, I'm gonna make some other routes. For example, here is gonna be app.post. Okay, so here I will say submit. This is the routes. Okay, so here is gonna be an asynchronous function. I don't know if you guys know about asynchronousness, but if you don't, just let me know in the comment, and I will try to make a video about it. And you open. So here I'll use the try catch always to to catch some errors. So here, as you can see in my to-do list, let me go back to my to-do list. Right, you see all the data I have to send to my to my servers, right? So here what I will do, I'll just come back here and I will say const. Okay, so here I will say task date, because I have to send the date as well. Time, category, priority, and actions. An action just like this, and I'll request that body. I'll request that body. So after doing this, I will have the if. So I'll open my if statement. Of course, here I will say task. If there's no task, or if there is no date, or if there is no time, actually let me just remove this space. Okay, better to remove the space. Here, if there is not category, if there's not priority. Oh, actually, I misspelled priority. Priority. Here should be read. It's not root. And if there's not action, what I want to do, I'll just return a response. Status will be 400. The JSON data I will send back will be a message saying please fill all the field. Okay, so here I will save. After being done with this, I will say const. Let's say save to do, and I will await. Since in the asynchronous functions, I have to await, and I will say to do dot create right, and I will open this, and I will pass all of this. All right. Okay, so if everything is going well, I will say response status will be 201. Okay, and the JSON file I will send will be actually will be, let's say, data here, and I will pass the save to do, just like this. So here, of course, I will handle the error. I will say rest that status. Okay, and here I will put 500, and I will send a message. So here's gonna be message right? Message will be message will be, let me remember, will be, let's write something like internal uh, internal error, internal server error, server error, just like this. And of course, at the same time, I want to console log that error if there's any. I want to console log that error. Uh, or I can just say console error here. Alright, so this is my roots, my submit roots, right? And the method I'm using here is a post method, right, to send data, right? So after implementing these roots, I will implement another root called get. I'll use the no, not called get, but I'll use the get uh, HTTP method. Okay, so here to do, and the root is gonna be called to do, and it's gonna be an asynchronous function as well. And here will be the request and the response, and let's do it. Try catch. Okay, const to do's will be await to do, and then you will find. Okay, so our rest status will be 200, oh sorry, 200, and the JSON here will be all the data. Basically what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to give back, to get all the data that I sent to my server back to my HTML page. Alright, so here the error, I'm just gonna say rest status dot 500, and the JSON error here, let's say the message, I will say could not fetch, could not fetch, could not fetch data. Alright, and I will implement another route, the last one. I will say app dot delete, and here I will say to do, and just like this, and asynchronous will be request and response. Oh my god, request and response. So here, what going on, what I have an error, why asynchronous request dot response try cache, what, oh yeah, I forgot. Alright, so here I will have a try catch. Of course here, as usual, the response, the status will be 500, and the JSON here will be message internal message here. I would say internal server error. Actually, you can put any message you want. Actually, here let us be more concise, and I just put the same message also. Internal server error. So here I will const first the ID. Sorry, const ID. I'll get the ID from request body. So that's a request. Request params. Sorry, request params. Okay. So I'm gonna get the ID from there, and then here I will const delete to do. Let's just say delete like this. Delete to do. Here I will await then I will to do in my to do file. I will find, and I will find, it's called find by ID and delete, if I'm not mistaken. Find by ID and delete, and I will pass the ID I got from the request params. Okay, and I will say if that ID is not in my database, for example, delete. If they didn't find that ID, sorry, all right, in my database, I will just return response dot status, and here I will say 400. Okay, and the JSON will be message dot let's say here to do not found. If not, if else, we will say response dot status. Okay, all right, so here I say 200, and then the JSON will be message dot to do deleted successfully. Okay, so after doing so, of course I will console log also the error here. I will say console that error. If there's any error, just console log the error. Alright, so let me see. I think everything's ready for now, right? So let me save it. So after saving this, I will open my browser, and let's try. Let's say, for example, let's say cleaning again. Cleaning, and let's put the time. Okay, knowledge. Change the category here. Let's say personal. Let's say medium, and add the task. Whoop. Everything is working perfectly. So let me delete. Failed to delete task. So actually I was wrong. Everything is not working perfectly. There's an error back here. So let me try to find this. So I think the delete route is not working perfectly. So let me try to figure out like what I did wrong. Then, oh, actually here it should be like this. My bad. So let me try once again. Alright, now it's working perfectly. So let's try once again. I will say shopping. I'll put the date. Alright, so alright. So let's just say low add task. Alright, good. And delete. Alright, so everything is working perfectly. And also guys, what I want to do, I wanted to show you the HTML. Alright, so as you can see, I didn't want to code all of this, right? So what you guys can do, you can just follow the links to my GitHub repository and copy this folder, and also you can just download all the projects from there if you guys are interested. But as you can see, this is my script, so everything is working well. I have my HTML here and my CSS. So I'll just leave the link in the description to my GitHub repository. So I really didn't want to do all the HTML parts. I think I was lazy kinda. But if you guys want me to explain to you how I did it, just leave some comments. Okay, so I will show you how I did it. So guys, that's it for my project. Really simple project, right? So anytime. Alright, what the fuck? Sorry guys, there's something wrong here, like I didn't remember doing this. Ah yeah, never mind. So as long like everything is working perfectly, it's okay. So as you can see, everything is working perfectly, and that's all for my project. I hope you guys enjoy coding along with me. Don't forget to